Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting. We just updated it. That's why I know how many videos is on there.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. Nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there, man. So if you're interested, definitely check that out, guys. The link for that will be in the description.
All right, guys, we're back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
Oh, yeah, man. This is a band.
It's a new band that new band to us.
We haven't touched, man. Tesla's gotten a decent amount of requests. Not overwhelming, but a decent amount of requests. We literally had to look on our phones for what bands we haven't done.
Yeah.
And it's pretty impressive, man, because we look at all the bands we've done. We have touched a lot of, damn near almost all of the major metal acts. Obviously, there's always going to be, just the sort of more obscure acts that we haven't touched. But Tesla's a big band, I feel like, because they sold 14 million albums in the United States, and they were a big time American band. VH1's 100 greatest hair metal bands. It looks like it looked at as a thinking man's hair metal band is what they're saying about them in the wiki. But they're a big band that we haven't touched, which is rare these days. So for us to run into. So yeah, I'm excited about this, man. It's like actually the number 3 most listened to song on a streaming platform that we use. We see it's got a decent amount of views on it. It seems to be a relatively popular song from this band. So we just randomly picked this one.
Modern Day Cowboy.
Hopefully it don't sound like that.
No, I think that's Ryan's.
Yeah, I know. For whatever reason, I thought Tesla was a 70s band. I didn't think that they were an 80s hair metal band. It sounded like the Cars or some shit, like an old school band to me for whatever reason. So I didn't know that this was like a hair metal band. And I never even heard about them when we were doing a hair metal marathon. No one really brought up Tesla from what I remember. I don't remember
not that I remember. Not that I remember.
So I guess that's why I didn't think of them. But it looks like they're calling them thinking man's hair metal. So maybe, I don't know if they throwing some prog in there or some shit. I don't know, but whatever. Let's get to it, man. Tesla, Modern Day Cowboy.
Okay. It sounds like this rocks out, dude.
Got potential here.
Oh yeah. It's rock.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah. It's got that.
Yeah,
it's got the tone. Reminds me a little bit. I'm not saying that this is, I don't want people to come at me like this is a sacrilege.
Don't
but
go
a little
crazy.
bit of Van Halen.
That's what it sounds. That's what it reminds me of.
Tone-wise, just a little bit.
Yeah,
I like it.
But it rocks though.
It rocks.
That's not a diss
at all.
That's a compliment.
That is a very complimentary. Yeah, dude, this shit is banging right now. Yeah. So that's all I got to say.
Let's keep it going.
We can keep going. That's it.
Yeah. You gotta have that.
That's that running with the devil.
You gotta have that shit. Little shit like that. This is one of those times that I know I beat this point like a freaking horse that's been beaten to cremation. I know I beat this point down to the fucking bare essence to the shit. But dude, little things like that little, like, right when he was coming out of that first verse, that little guitar flare, whatever you want to call it, that makes such a big difference on how me, Ryan, receives the music.
Yeah.
It just brings it to another level.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So
it does.
You need, for Ryan, you need to have that for me to receive it.
And let me point out something else that was that kind of exhibited what I feel is flair. And this was at the very beginning of the song. It's something that they were doing with riffage wise with the guitar. Let me pull it back a little bit.
Yeah.
You know that. Those little flares, man. Those little just to kind of add on to what Ryan is saying, man, make all the difference in capturing your attention, especially at the beginning of a song. Like the sooner you get me into a song, or probably Ryan as well, or probably most people, the greater your chances are
for me continuing to listen to your music.
There it is. The harder and longer it takes for us to get into any type of groove, or at least for something to grab us.
Now it's work.
It is work.
And I don't look to music to work.
Yeah, there we
outside
go.
of the channel.
Maybe I'll just start the shit back up. Fuck that.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Yeah, it's creative.
Yep.
Up and down the scale like that.
Yeah.
Right here.
Just that.
Don't sleep on the bass.
Yeah, even this breakdown is cool.
I even like his over-exaggerated, emotional 80s voice. This is super over-exaggerated.
Here it comes.
Yeah. And the riffs are different from the initial riffs too, so they give you constant.
Yeah, they're moving off, giving you all kind of movement, transition. Yeah, this is hot. This is hot, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fire, dude.
They got you guessing out here, bro.
This is fire. Yeah, that was smooth as hell, too. Jesus. I didn't expect that either. Yeah, you're right.
Got you guessing.
That was smooth as fuck, too. I did not.
I don't know what's coming with this
That
man.
was such a smooth transition into that next verse.
Yeah.
That was smooth as hell.
There's such a variety of different riffs, man, that have been nasty. But I still feel that this is coherent as well, even though they're giving you different looks and different types of transitions. And yeah, this is dope.
And it's early in the song.
And it's early. Because you can still hear other elements from the prior stuff. It's new.
Yeah. Bang, bang. Yeah, that's... Yeah, they rocking you the fuck out.
They rocking.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah, this is fire. Yeah, they're just jamming their ass off.
drumming with the guitar, just This is smooth, man.
This is fire.
This is just
across
fire
the board.
I would say, this is great. I ain't gonna get picky. This is
you
super
like the
dope.
chorus? You don't like the chorus?
Cowboy, but I'm looking at the lyrics. Let's not harbor on that. Let's keep it all positive. It just seems like they're taking you through the history of like war. This is what it seems like, right? It's
showdowns and shit.
Showdowns. Like some things just never change, whether we're talking about the Wild Wild West, whether we're talking about Billy pulls into town, thunder rolls, lightning bolts, whether we're talking about Al Capone, during his reign in the streets. And now it looks like, and I don't know if we've even gotten here, I was just kind of reading ahead. Now he's talking about the USA and the USSR, maybe the Cold War. Old school cowboys, the modern day cowboys, warlords, whatever you want to call it. I think that seems to be, as I'm grooving the fuck out.
Yeah,
that seems to be what I'm getting out of the song. But I haven't really sat and focused on the lyrics too much throughout this reaction. But dope, man, across the board.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. I really don't have much to say. They are just rocking me the fuck out.
Yes,
and
sir.
No transition, even though there's a lot of transitions. No transitions sound like it just doesn't fit within the constructs of the song.
Very coherent.
I'm like, yeah, dude, this is.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
It
wasn't about just. Yeah, but it's not about just throwing a solo out there and just riffing. It's with the drums and everything just makes sense.
This rocks. Showdown.
Still riffing.
Yeah. Yeah, they killed that.
With a message.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great.
That was incredible, man.
Playlist.
Yeah. Playlist, super playlist.
Banging that.
I feel like they had enough in this song that even if you said, yeah, that kind of reminds me of Van Halen, they still had enough of their DNA in it that, to me, it's not a carbon copy.
Because I have heard that Tesla's underrated, but then again, they sold 14 million records. But I think maybe underrated in how they're perceived as one of the great bands, and their place in metal history. Maybe that's it, because they definitely sold records. So, definitely give us some feedback on all of that, man. Where does this band lie, and why are they underrated? And if they are underrated, in your opinion, because it's all opinionated, why do you think that is? What was it during that time? Because we got a lot of historians in the comment section that were around, man. What was it about Tesla? What were the pros and cons of this band? Because
that's true.
This shit banged the fuck out. Yeah. And I don't know why this wasn't pushed during our hair metal marathon. This would have been out of here.
Yeah.
At any point, in any day one, Lost in Vegas, our first video.
Yeah, that's true.
We would have been like, this is the one. So this is super playlist. There are a lot of variation and transitions. Never got bored. Constantly introduced new sounds and new techniques to the ear. The solo was great. The solo was timely. It wasn't overplayed.
Cohesive,
coherent. Just kind of made sense with some of the dynamics and the drumming. I thought his voice was definitely this typical over exaggerated 80s emotion emotional.
But it didn't take you out of it.
Didn't take me out of the song. The cowboy shot was a little corny, but overall, listen. It can't be. They can get a 98%, man. That's okay. Still an A+.
That's good. Yeah, hell yeah.
I gotta give them a little. Like I don't know about that. Overall, man, this was a very good song, man. Super playlist, man.
Yeah, dude.
Here we go, and that's for both of us.
Yeah, that was hot.
Yeah, man. Shout out to.
Let's get back
us.
to Tesla.
Shout out to us.
Yeah, I know.
Because we just chose that shit randomly off of, maybe there were fewer requests from what I remember, but pretty much we just picked this off of the streaming platform that we listened to.
Shout out to us.
Shout out to the people that listened to this song that made it number 3 that allowed us to choose it. Give us some suggestions for Tesla, guys. We definitely gonna get back to them. That's the video. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, check out our Patreon channel. If you're interested, it will allow you to get exclusive access to our content. The link for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost in Vegas. We out.